Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Pay Per Review. Today we are going to be talking about NXT UK's first takeover, Takeover Blackpool.
Yes, this was held from the famous Empress Ballroom where basically the UK brand started.
Yeah.
This was the development or the beginning of what you see now known as NXT UK. The crowd was basically hyped. The show was fantastic. Every match, 5 matches to be exact, from top to bottom, were just balls to the wall, incredible.
Yeah. Before we begin, where the hell are our manners? I am War Machine MJ.
And I'm Dicky.
And we are the 3 Count Mafia.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go ahead and kick off the show.
The first match on the card was very special because this would determine the very first NXT UK Tag Team Champions. And again, we keep reiterating how sexy and how good looking those belts are.
Okay, before we begin, we say tag team this time.
Yes.
For
Zach Gibson.
For Zach.
Okay.
We say tag team on the third one.
Okay.
See, there we go.
We're trying to get it right. I mean, when he was in Defiant, we were on point, but since WWE, we're still trying to get it together. So
still trying to feel our way. Anyway, it was the finals of a tag team tournament.
Yes, this tournament just basically poofed out of nowhere, and
maybe it's like those old bullshit tournament stories, like Pat Patterson won a tournament to be the very first Intercontinental Champion in Rio.
I don't know.
Like, it could be one of these bullshit tournament stories.
Or maybe that was a real tournament. We don't know.
It's bullshit.
It's bullshit?
It's been debunked.
Oh.
It's bullshit.
Either way, this tournament just came out of nowhere. We had 2 semi-final matches to determine who would get in these final spots. So we had the team of Mustache Mountain taking on the grizzled young vets known as James Drake and, let's say it together, Liverpool's #1, soon to be recognized as the UK's #1, soon to be recognized as the tag team #1, and soon to be recognized as the world's #1, Zach Gibson. We were close.
Close. I was going to say tag team division.
Oh, well.
And then
close enough. Yeah, I kind of fucked that up. But
yeah. It was Mustache Mountain versus Grizzled Young Vets, and good God, this started the show.
Bruh, can we just say this is one of the best motherfucking tag teams in like the last 3 years, or like even the last 5 years?
Last 5 years.
This tag team match, I mean,
this was Young Bucks level good.
I mean, it goes back to what I said when we were watching it. Going back to SummerSlam last year. It was kind of dumb that they started off with Ziggler versus Rollins, but it was a good thing they did because that match tore it up and it burnt it down.
Yeah, this tag team match, like the Empress Ballroom was rocking from the time Mustache Mountain announced to the ending of this. Oh, it was so good.
I mean, it's so many spots in this match that we could just describe for days. But overall, I mean, just the continuity of these 2 teams just going at it, and like I kept saying, the way that GYV worked together, it's like that old school mentality, like cut off the ring, keep working on your opponent, just keep them in the ring, don't let them tag in, so on and so forth.
Divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer. Basically, this match was just like fucking mind blowing.
It was amazing. Towards the finish of this match, Zach Gibson had Tyler Bate on his shoulders on the outside.
Yeah.
Trent Seven was going to go for the 7-star lariat on James Drake.
Yeah.
Drake, after getting whipped off, ducked the lariat and just did a suicide dive and trucked through Tyler Bate.
Basically decapitated him.
Yeah, just linebacker trucked him. And while they were celebrating, Trent Seven tried to go for a dive against Zach Gibson, where James Drake intercepted him with a drop kick.
Yeah, and that basically put him away to
set up a ticket to mayhem.
That's what the ticket to mayhem, because they used to call it ticket to ride.
No, when Zach Gibson does it, it's ticket to ride.
Oh,
but when James Drake
When he lifts him up, it's called Ticket to Mayhem.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's assisted ticket to ride.
Anyway, the Grizzled Young Vets are your inaugural NXT UK Tag Team Champions, and we were just like, oh my god.
Yeah, because Mustache Mountain was a lock for this.
Yes. And we were stunned because I call this an upset, but I mean...
It was an upset, all right.
Yeah, they basically proved a lot of people wrong because, I mean, like Triple H tweeted when he was shaking their hands, he had them like this. He said, Zach Gibson, you know, they went from soon to be recognized to first ever NXT UK Tag Team Champions.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, it has.
And my day's just beginning.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah. It was an upset victory, all right, because the Empress Ballroom was not happy that Zach Gibson won.
Yeah.
If you hate Zach Gibson, choose off.
Yeah, if you hate Gibson, sit down, so on and so forth.
I did like how at the top of the ramp, Johnny Saint and Sid Scala were trying to congratulate him, and Zach Gibson just gave this disgusting look at Sid Scala.
Yeah, they just do old Sid wrong. But, you know, he did let him raise his hand because, you know, they can rub it in everybody's face. Look at we made history.
Yeah, they made history.
Yeah.
I mean, plenty of people can hang their hats despite, you know, whether their careers have gone. Brock Lesnar was a big ticket item back in the day. Jinder Mahal was 50th champion.
Yeah.
Zach Gibson, first ever UK Tag Team Champion.
Yes. He will go down in history as the first Tag Team Champion. Nobody else but him and James Drake. Congratulations.
All right, what's the time on the time in rating, Rodimus?
23.
I'm sorry, Dicky.
23 minutes, 45 seconds, 5 out of motherfucking 5.
Almost a good 30 minutes. Good God.
Yes. We move on to the next match. Now, originally this was supposed to be the Irish Ace Jordan Devlin, or as I call him, Finn Balor 2.0, taking on the Kiwi Buzzsaw Travis Banks. Now, they showed where Travis was entering the hotel in his nice looking ass suit, something that I would wear, plus those shoes. Those brown shoes look fantastic.
Where he was assaulted by the Irish Ace.
Yeah, and whoever the blonde-headed security guy was, WWE has the most wonkiest ass security I have ever seen in my life.
Two problems with this situation. First of all, actually no, 3 people. First of all, why the hell was there just one security guard?
One.
Just one.
There was one security guard, one guy dressed up, and no, there were 2 guys dressed up, and Sid Scala trying to separate them.
2, why the hell is Sid Scala there? He's the least intimidating person on the UK roster. And 3, the security guy was trying to separate Banks and Devlin, but he just kind of, he's like...
Yeah.
And Devlin just kind of just threw him aside and went back to beating on Banks. What the fuck?
This did not make any... I mean, it made sense, but it didn't make sense because, again, WWE security is just wonky as fuck. If they had Jamie Noble there, it would be great. Because he would tell Jordan, look, Jordan, why are you on this guy? Get off this guy. Quit being so aggressive.
You're going to find him later. Stop being so aggressive.
Yeah. Get your ass to your hotel room. Get ready for your match.
I think Travis Banks might be legitimately on the shelf for some reason.
Yeah, because he got slammed into the wall. And so...
he came out...
He came out for the match.
For the match, yeah. Jordan Devlin, as soon as he got within range, Travis Banks dove outside and they brawled, but it was to no avail because Devlin worked over the leg.
Yeah.
So, Travis Banks was forced to the back. Sid Scala and Johnny Saint came out there and said, you know, we were afraid of this, so we got you backup opponent.
And who came out?
My boy, Finn Balor.
Yes, Finn Balor. Basically, he just shocked the whole audience. The whole crowd just went crazy. And I tell you what, this was basically teacher versus student, teacher versus pupil, and the Irish Ace was not expecting it, but this was a pretty good match.
Yeah, despite that painful grin Finn has on his face every Monday night, he looked legitimately tickled to be there.
Yeah, Because, like I said, Jordan wasn't expecting it. He started off with a slap to Finn Balor, basically saying, look, I'm the new guy around here. You're the old guy. You might be the teacher. I'm the pupil, but this is my turf. But Finn Balor told him otherwise.
Yeah. Like I said during the live stream, I feel like with this match we got the NXT Finn Balor, not the Raw Finn Balor. We got NXT Finn Balor.
Yeah, because NXT Finn Balor is a hell of a lot better than main roster Finn Balor.
Oh yeah.
Because he actually was utilized properly and had a damn championship on his waist
For 300 days.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyway, but Finn Balor put Devlin away with the coup de grace.
Yeah.
I did like how they had how they were wearing opposite colors.
Yeah, I did like that.
Like Devlin was wearing white tights with black boots. Balor was wearing black tights with white boots.
That was pretty cool.
Like that.
Yes. 11 minutes, 45 seconds, 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah. The next match, we had a no disqualification match. Bomber Dave Mastiff taking on the scary-looking Eddie Dennis.
Crazy Eddie Dennis.
The crazy but scary-looking Eddie Dennis.
This was a vicious match.
This was. I mean, these two have been at each other's throats for quite some time, and this was going to be the culmination of their feud, if you will. And I tell you what, for Eddie Dennis to be as tall and lanky as he is, he's what, 250? We'll say 250. Dave Mastiff has to be every bit of 6'1", about 300-something pounds. For him to lift that big-ass man up is incredible. Now, John Cena, he's shown his strengths of what he can do when he's lifted people up like Big Show, Mark Henry, the Great Khali, so on and so forth. But this tops what John Cena does. I mean, my God.
I'd be more impressed if he actually got him up from the ground. Because when he did Severance Road, he plucked him off the top rope.
Yeah, and when he slammed him on the stairs, you know, his legs were kind of wobbly, like, oh, I can't hold him up. But
yeah.
he was actually able to get him off.
Yeah, he was able to pick him up because he countered Mastiff's momentum.
Yeah.
But yeah, those kendo shots.
Oh my God.
Like I said, they swung those kendo sticks with confidence.
Yes. It wasn't like what you see on the main roster.
It wasn't like, it was just, yeah!
Yeah, it was just like somebody getting a whooping for tearing something up in the house before their mom and dad comes home from work. Somebody finna get their ass whooped.
Yeah!
Because it's like, they come home, who did it? Oh, ain't nobody gonna say nothing? You, and you, all y'all getting y'all asses whooped. It was just like, yeah!
Yeah, they put some stank behind those. They even teased a hardwood spot.
Yeah.
Not concrete, it was hardwood.
Yes. But of course they were going to make it be concrete.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but in the end, Dave Mastiff won with a cannonball, putting Eddie Dennis through a table that was leaned up against one of the posts.
Yeah.
And I was tickled when the fans started singing "Table."
Yeah, I actually liked the table because this table actually broke, unlike Hello Wembley.
Like I said, I don't trust Eddie Dennis around tables.
Eddie Dennis should be banned. He should be banned from tables.
No, he shouldn't be banned. It's just those tables didn't break. They got the wrong kind of tables.
Those damn tables.
Anyway,
like we said, this was a pretty good match. 10 minutes, 50 seconds. We gave it 3.5?
Yeah, 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5. The next match, the last two matches were pretty damn good matches to end the show. It was for the NXT UK Women's Championship. Toni Storm, hold on, wait a minute. According to my phone, it is Toni time.
Confirmed, it is Toni's time.
Taking on the Mosh Pit Kid, the reigning, defending NXT UK Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley.
This match, kind of rocky at times.
Yeah.
But I did like the story of what they were telling with this match. Toni Storm trying to stay composed despite, you know, every false finish.
Yeah, every obstacle that got put in her way, you know, whether it's professionally, personally, win, loss, what have you. She's always kept her mind on the prize. She's kept her eye on the prize, which is the Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley coming in, just basically destroying the likes of Isla Dawn, Zaya Brookside, Candy Floss, so on and so forth.
Even Tony Storm in the past.
Yeah, Deonna Purrazzo, you name it, she's beaten them. Rhea, she's definitely held her own, and she's definitely stayed afloat in the women's division, basically putting it on her back. But Tony Storm has basically said otherwise. I'm coming for that belt. Now, this was the one match I was looking forward to, but I kind of felt like it fell below expectation.
Yeah, because there was a lot of slowness to it.
Yeah, at least it wasn't like Rollins and Ambrose at TLC.
Oh.
Because there was a lot of hype around that match, and look what happened. Do we need to rehash that again?
Because they fought a wrestling match in a blood feud.
Yeah, that feud just basically...
I will say they did make it up to us on Monday night, so...
Yeah, I mean, as bad as the feud was, and as bad as the feud went, you know, the match from Monday night wrote the wrong, I guess.
Yeah.
But getting back to this match, I mean, it was slow, but it was a good match overall. And like we said, according to my phone, it's Tony time.
It's Tony time, yeah.
Yeah, because Tony Storm is your new NXT UK Women's Champion. 14 minutes, 50 seconds. We gave this a 3.
Yeah. And finally, we had our main event. We had the leader of Gallus, Joe Coffey, flanked by Mike Coffey and Out of Place Wolfgang.
Oh my God, Wolfgang! I like Wolfgang, but again, he is like that one guy in the boy band that looks like he does not fit.
He just ruins the feng shui.
It's like 5 guys in a boy band. He's that one guy. Like, who the fuck is he? Why is he even in the group? He can sing worth a fuck. I don't know if he can sing. Get him the fuck out of here.
Anyway, the Iron King would be challenging the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne.
Oh my God.
Now,
this match.
prior to the first UK tournament, I watched a little bit of Pete Dunne in Defiant.
Uh-huh.
At that point, I just thought, this guy just feels like...
He feels bland.
I would say that. He just feels like lower mid-card heel.
Yeah.
Like, kind of a Baron Corbin-esque character.
You were going to say Baron Orban.
Yeah, Baron Orban. Anyway, but yeah, he's proved me wrong because he's one hell of a wrestler.
And he's pretty damn tough, too.
Yeah.
I mean, Joe Coffey, not to take away from him, he's pretty tough in his own right. But Pete Dunne, he came out there rocking the gear resemblance of William Regal.
Yeah.
And, you know, he cited William Regal as one of his influences. And just imagine if these two had a match.
It would be hard to watch.
Ugh.
Anyway, but like I said in the live stream, can you believe that it's been 2 years? That 2 years ago we heard, I'm going to make a name for myself.
Yeah, Triple H. He even said in the Q&A after the show, he said, 2 years ago, I walked in the locker room, I looked him dead in his face, and I said, make a name for yourself, kid. And he's done exactly that.
Speaking of Q&A, did you hear who was on the Facebook Q&A before Takeover?
Uh-uh.
Liverpool's #1.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Anyway, but back to this match. This match was amazing.
Oh, I mean, this is definitely one of the matches that is Match of the Year candidate. And we're, 12 days into 2019?
Yeah, we're 3 pay-per-views in.
Yeah.
And...
oh my God.
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that went on in this match, but we could go for days.
There was a couple of worrying moments because there was 2 top rope spots towards the end where both Coffey and Dunne just kind of slipped off.
It looked like they had Pete Dunne just grabbed him and he just jumped off. Yeah. I mean, I get what you're trying to say, but
I mean, it looked
botchy.
Yeah, they both looked botchy.
Yeah. What was another spot?
Yeah, where Joe Coffey, my bad, wrong Coffey. Where Joe Coffey hit that sit-down powerbomb on the apron.
Yeah, now, I like that, but you could definitely hit that thud when Pete Dunne landed.
Yeah.
By God, stop the damn match, give him a new backbone.
But yeah, this match was really good. Pete Dunne made Joe Coffey tap out by just contorting his fingers.
Yeah, and the crowd was definitely on its feet for this match. Not a single person sitting down. Again, we're 12 days into the new year, already Match of the Year candidate. Instant 5 out of 5, 34 minutes, 14 seconds.
Now, whoever the hell did this again should really get a pay raise, because they did the watermark. They said, oh, here's what's coming up next. Watermark, copyright shit. And then out comes Walter.
Oh my God.
Oh, Empress Ballroom just lit up even more.
Yes, and Pete Dunne was just like, what the fuck? Who is this coming out? And he just stared him down. Joe got on top of the apron, and he got booted in the face by Walter, and it was just between him and Pete Dunne, and I can't wait for this match.
Oh, it's going to be killer.
I can't wait for this match. Oh my... my mind is just racing thinking about how that match is going to be. It's just... Oh my God.
I mean, they got two routes they can take with this. They can either, have Walter just run straight through Pete Dunne, or they can have him run through the rest of the roster, because Dave Mast is still undefeated.
Yeah. I mean, like Triple H also said in the Q&A, you could be here in NXT UK or NXT wherever, but it's always somebody behind you that's better. And if you're going to be here to make a name for yourself, you better prove it. You better live up to that.
Oh, yeah.
Because, again, it's always somebody behind you that's one step better than you. And that's true.
Yeah. But let's go ahead and wrap up this pay-per-view with a nice little bow, shall we?
Yes. Pay-per-view, we give it 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah. Superstars and matches of the night go to Superstars, of course, Mustache Mountain, Grizzled Young Vets,
Tony Storm,
Rhea Ripley,
Joe
Coffey,
and
Pete Dunne.
Yeah, Pete Dunne.
And Finn Balor, Jordan Devlin.
Yeah. Pretty much the whole card.
Yeah.
Yeah. Match of the night.
Yeah.
Pretty much the whole card.
Pretty much the whole card.
And like we said, 4.5 out of 5. Really good show.
My only complaint with it just felt like the entire show was the audience still trying to catch their breath after the opening bell.
Yeah. Because it wasn't, at least it wasn't like the main roster shows where it's like 1 or 2 good matches, then they just cool down, and then the main event they kind of pick back up.
Yeah.
So, again, it wasn't, at least the women's match wasn't like Rollins and Ambrose from TLC again.
Yeah. So. At least the crowd wasn't bored.
Yeah.
It's just they were trying to catch their breath the entire show.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it was a lot of fast-paced action. All the matches were great, and excuse me, for this to be the first Takeover show, it definitely delivered.
Yeah, there's some spots they can improve, but other than that, NXT was not built in a night.
Yeah.
So NXT UK will pretty much take its course.
Yeah, and like Triple H also mentioned, a lot of people mentioned in that press conference, 2013, was the birth of what we see now in NXT, with the Performance Center. Then they got their new Performance Center now in London. And this is just the beginning of what could be, basically the beginning of a global phenomenon, if you will.
Global phenomenon or a global takeover?
Well, more like a global takeover.
Yeah, because who knows, maybe in, let's see, took them 6 years to get a Performance Center in UK. So, I'd say in another 6 years at 2025, yeah, we'll get Performance Center in Japan. Or rather, Performance Dojo in Japan.
Yeah.
And we'll get NXT UK, or NXT Japan.
Yeah. You almost said NXT UK Japan.
Well, I mean, the network's still up, so I'm staring at the logo.
I got what you were trying to say. I mean, it's kind of hard to stare at this and the TV, but
so,
yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, it's going to be a global takeover, and that's not a pun on the NXT specials. I'm just saying,
yeah.
Triple H and the rest of WWE are geared up to put their stamp on everywhere.
Well, like Solomon Monster said on his podcast one time, Vince McMahon wants to take over the nation. Triple H wants to take over the world.
Yeah.
Big difference.
And how do you take over the world? You start attacking your biggest threats.
Facts.
They attacked indie wrestling here in the States.
Mm-hmm.
They've attacked indie wrestling in the UK.
Yep.
Next up, New Japan.
Yeah. Like we said, Triple H is definitely on a mission to take over the world. He said this is the beginning of a global expansion. So a lot of people have predicted this for a very long time. And it's coming to fruition slowly but surely.
Now, I'm going to be the positive one and say maybe once Triple H takes over the world, he's going to have an Impact type deal where he works with some of the other promotions.
Yeah, I mean, that could be nice. Because, I mean, they've been so shallow, if you will, about working with what was in TNA. But who knows? WWE and Impact working together, that could be cool.
Because, I mean, you know, you already see this with NXT talent working Evolve, and what else have they worked?
Evolve and another... Shit, I can't remember.
I know the UK talents have worked Progress.
Yeah. Rev Pro.
Rev Pro, yeah.
I mean, New Japan and Ring of Honor still have their working relationship, for example. So, who knows?
But yeah, that's us rambling. That is our review of Takeover Blackpool.
Yeah, so maybe in the future, down the line, we'll get a part 2, and this will be just as great.
Anyway, coming down the pipeline, we of course have the 3 count.
Yep.
We will also have, sometime soon, review of Wrestle Kingdom 13.
Yes.
I still got to go back and finish watching Omega Tanahashi.
We have our vintage review of WCW World War III, the very first one in 1995. Boy, 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 we are halfway on this shit, and
it's not getting any better.
No.
But
especially with Luger looking at the cue cards while he's all oiled up and flexed up with his old mullet head ass.
Who's his manager that was out there? Wasn't it
Jimmy Hart?
Yeah, Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart was just trying to make him look good, but he's just staring at his cards while he was flexing.
Yeah. Wasted a whole damn, no homo, wasted a whole damn bottle of baby oil. No homo again.
Where's the homo in that?
I mean, it might sound gay to some people.
He's wasting oil that somebody else could have had. That's being conservative, not really. Well, okay, not politically conservative, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
There was no homo there to begin with. Anyway, but yeah, it's going to get better because once we get done with World War III, our next vintage review is going to be Pro Wrestling Guerrillas Battle of Los Angeles Tourney 2017.
And you still need to get the 3rd disc, right?
I still need to get the 3rd disc.
And we're definitely looking forward to that more than we are World War III. Also, we have our pre and review of WrestleMania.
Aha!
Royal Rumble weekend.
In Phoenix.
NXT Takeover Phoenix, which will be indoors. And the Royal Rumble will be outdoors for the first time ever. Chase Field, home of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Where we hope it motherfucking rains.
Hope it rains. Not to mention, the superstars will also be coming out of the dugout.
Now that's pretty awesome.
That's great.
That is awesome.
Anyway,
what else?
I guess that's it.
Yeah?
Stay tuned to this channel. Please do us a favor. Subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment on this video. Tell us what you thought of Takeover Blackpool.
Yeah. Tell us what you thought. You know, leave a comment for when we do 3 count, so on and so forth.
In fact, leave us a comment telling us how much you love/hate. I don't know why you would hate. Liverpool's #1.
Zach Gibson, because he is fucking awesome.
Yes. Yeah, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
At 3 Count Mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With all that being said, I am War Machine MJ.
I'm Dicky.
We are the 3 Count Mafia, and we will see you guys next time.
Bang. Pow.